Welcome back, citizens of Sekistan, and welcome back to another weekend training vlog. So we have 2 days of training again in this session. So the first session is a lot of powers and power variations, and then the second session is some heavier snatch and clean and jerk. Heavier, of course, relative to my current capabilities, which I am quite happy with how they're progressing. So overall, the quality of lifting is getting better, and the finesse and technical ability is getting a lot better. Obviously, there's plenty of problems, which we'll talk to today as we get to them. But we'll start off with the first session. So just spending a little bit more time on this first session, so session 1 of 2, on the Saturday on the muscle snatch kind of Romanian complex. So using the hook grip, I prefer to use the hook grip on these as I feel I get a bit more technical ability. I think the no hook grip variations of these kind of force you to pull with your arms a little bit too early. Now I realize it's no contact muscle snatch, and it's all about pulling with your arms, but you'd never want to be pulling with your arms too early, especially in the snatch. So it's something I like to avoid by practicing with the hook grip. I was also doing power snatches without straps and just using the hook grip as a variation, because obviously I don't really need to worry about doing full snatches with hook grips anymore as I don't compete. But it is still a very, very useful thing to practice lifting without straps. The use of straps obviously alters your technique and allows you to get away with more technical issues, and I like it's almost like a variation snatching with hook grip for me at the moment, as it does let me practice certain things. I especially like it on power snatches, which I worked up to today. So the push this muscle snatch just a little bit heavier today. So normally I'd stop around 40 or 50 kilos, but today I worked up to 60 kilos for a couple of sets. So I spent a lot of time at 50. Physique check, getting a little bit leaner, probably some belly button fluff. Physique is slowly getting back to where I once was, so quite happy with that. We'll continue to get leaner. I went to Barcelona and I was 103.5, so I cut down to 100, bulked back up a little bit to 105. So I was on the way back down again to 100 kilos, maybe even a little bit lower. It was about 103.5, I think. And then I went to Barcelona for 5 days and I came back and I was 107. I was doing about 20,000 steps a day in most days, and I was tracking calories. I didn't really get over 3.2 that often, but obviously it was enough to gain some weight. So we're back to about, as of today recording, so just under 106 at the moment. So we'll keep tipping away with that, keep training, get the muscle memory back. I'm obviously in a fortunate position that I've been training for a long time, and I've had a lot more muscle and I've been a lot leaner. So I have that little secret weapon in store, that kind of muscle memory for me. Main thing on muscle snatches before we go on, and I know we're back onto the snatches now, but don't forget to use your legs. Very often people rely too much on the upper body and they'll force them to turn the bar over earlier. But if you use your legs correctly, aggressively extend like you would in the push press, it makes it a whole lot easier to turn the bar over effectively. So then moving on to the snatches, so say literally just 80 kilos, 5 sets of 2. Most things I'm doing at the moment is a lot of sets, so most days go by where I do at least 5 sets on things. So typically in a normal training, or not normal training block, but when I'm in a kind of better shape, I will do things like Monday, Wednesday and Friday will be a lot of sets. So we're talking like 8 to 12 sets of snatches, maybe 3 to 4 sets of clean and jerks. But at the moment, because the average weights are quite light and the average intensity is lower, a lot lower than I'm capable of, I spend a lot of time doing a lot of sets across most days. So no matter what variation I'm doing, typically we'll be looking at least 5 sets of snatch. And then in the clean and jerk, because there's a bit more frequency, the number of sets will be generally 1 to 2 at the heavier weights, but they'll be more frequently throughout the week than if it's just full clean and jerks. So it works out as quite a lot more clean and jerks as well. So on these, wasn't really happy with these power snatches. Was really not finishing the third pull. I was not using the correct kind of interaction with my arms. I feel like by the last set I was quite happy with it, but I was happy with the first and second pull, but the turnover wasn't as good as it could have been. It could have been faster, and the active interaction with my arms in the third pull could have been a lot better. I think I got it quite good by the last set, which is usually the way. So that is, that'll do for now, but we'll keep working on it. So we moved on to just a little bit of warm up with the 70 kilos. So today we were doing 2 power cleans and 1 push press. So the push press is something I find always helps my work. It's something I find that helps with the drive and the kind of finish of the arms and speed. So today I've just kind of worked up to 90 kilos. They're getting a bit faster. The main thing I'll use to limit these is the speed of the push press. Is the main thing I'll be looking at, rather than the weights. Obviously I'll be pushing the weights up, but I'll let the speed of it dictate it rather than worry too much about how heavy I'm getting with them. So power cleans are okay. Again, a lot of work my power clean. Typically the weaker of my kind of clean variations are the meaningful clean variations. So the power clean is the main thing I'll be kind of pushing in the next few weeks as well in terms of variation for my clean. So I'll be doing a little bit of no foot cleans, or maybe low hang no foot cleans, but the power clean will be something I'll be keeping an eye on and trying to get a lot of work in and trying to get some good quality and heavier reps in as well. So a lot of sets, about 5 sets at 90 kilos, 2+1, nice and easy, holding the barrel overhead just a little bit longer, take a little bit of work in, and then finished off session 1 of this video with 5x3 and 90 kilo snatch grip deadlifts. So I'm on my heels a lot, and that's fine. Something I'm trying to focus on for myself in the pull is shifting back to my heel. That's something, as I mentioned before, you need to worry about too much, or for anyone else, not for a long time, but it's something I want to focus on. So that's why I'm doing it, in case you're wondering why my toes are off the ground. So it's to move on to this day 2. Today we're working up to a lot of snatches. So we're doing up to 105 for doubles. Now normally on the Sundays, most weeks, I like to go a little bit heavier for a single, as you've seen from previous sessions, but because I didn't do a whole lot of training in Barcelona and I didn't do any full snatching or full clean jerking, I hadn't really earned the right or put in enough work to justify going for a heavier single. So I put a lot of sets in today. So again, about 6 sets, 6 working sets. So if you consider anything from 90 kilos up as kind of working sets. 2 main things jumping out of me on these are 2 main things that I'd be kind of looking to correct. Is a little bit more legs from the ground initially. Some reps are a lot better, like that rep at 90 for example. Some reps was a little bit too much back initially, so that was quite a good set. You'll see they're the best sets when I get that correct balance between legs off the floor and back off the floor. So it's very, very hard to get them correct, but can be done so, and it works for the best lift if you get it done. So when I use too much of my back and not enough of my legs, you'll see that I make too much of a kind of a crashy contact or too much of a smashy contact, and it could be better. The sets at 100 kilos are actually some of my favorite ones, so I'll be looking to make sure I'm using my legs while sweeping the barbell back and, you know, making a nice efficient contact and pulling myself under aggressively. So very, very happy with the sets at 100, to be honest, compared to the last couple of weeks. So again, stuff to work on, really working on the pull under, active interaction, my arms, finishing my arms in the third pull. I was quite happy with those sets, so I was like, okay, I'll finish at 105. First rep, okay, jumped very, very wide, a little bit off balance, but I am happier with the last set. So good pull under, nice deep catch. Could be better, but we'll get there. It's certainly improving. So then we moved on to some, because I did 2+1 on Friday, today I'm just doing 1+2. So up to 110 kilos for one set of 1+2, and then we finished off with 2 singles at 120. So again, you know, not to offend anyone, but baby weights for now. But I'm very, very happy with my clean at the moment. There's my Deadpool shirt I got in Barcelona. I like it a lot. I got a lot of cool shirts, t-shirts and clothes in Barcelona. But very happy with my clean at the moment. My pull under is I'm very happy with. Main things I need to be working on my clean is I have too much arm tension, and you'll see it in some of these reps off the floor, and especially at the knee. It's just a little bit too much tension in my arms, and it's just messing up the pull under just a small bit. So as I said, I need to focus on using more legs from the ground, which has definitely gotten a lot better. So I just need to worry about less with the arms, elongate the second pull just a small bit more, and then use my arms when I need to pull under. 110 sets are happy, lockouts are good, really stretching my lats at the moment, and the overhead is going great from it. The jerks are good and getting a lot better, but still more work needs to be done on them. So again, happy with the cleans. These 120s are the best I've done in the last week or two, but they're okay. Just one jerk and the 120s because the jerks were not great. It needs a bit of work. It needs more front squats, to be honest, but we'll get there. So good pull under, just a bit too much tension in those arms, more than I need. Jerk was decent. So overall, training is definitely trending in the right direction. And of course, finally got my new hook grip belt. I don't wear it for clean and jerk anymore. I might change again later, but I don't think it's a limiting factor, and I almost prefer without it. So just for squats and maybe some heavier pulls. but that'll be not for a while. So worked up to 170, 5x3. I think I got most of the sets, but then the camera died. So I'll be honest with you, lads. My squat form is, it probably will never change anymore. I don't think I'll ever need to cue myself different unless my body changes drastically. But right now, I'm very happy with it. As long as I focus on those same things and the same positions as the weights get heavier, as long as I can keep these same positions, then we will be bueno. So very happy with how the squat is progressing. A lot of volume typically compared to what I'd normally do over the last few years to maintain my squat, but I'm trying to build it back somewhere decent. So a lot of sets and reps. So typically what I'm cycling at the moment is 5x5 and 5x3 sets, so about approximately twice a week. So pushing those up with the average weights, and we'll try to get back to somewhere like 5x5 at 200 and 5x3 at 220. And then short term, so not too far away, judging by how these felt. The bar's feeling a lot lighter on my back, which is great. So great sets, decent training all around. So hope you enjoyed.